welcome to a brand new episode of More Than Just Task Management, your favorite daily podcast where we help you build a thriving business. I'm Anna Angelova, business coach and consultant, and a co-host of this podcast. And together with me, Jores Minasvand, my fellow co-host and business consultant. Hey, Jores, happy Tuesday, I believe.
Hi Anna, happy Tuesday. It is first Tuesday of September, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Yeah, Christmas is just around the corner.
I love Christmas.
All right. Yes, you do. Even if, especially in July and August when we go to the biggest Christmas store in the world.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. All right. So, the topic for today, how do we become productive, make sure we complete our tasks and stay sane? And this is, I think, productivity is one of your specialties, Anna. I'll let you jump in and I will chime in when needed, if needed.
Oh, yes. Productivity is one of my passions, and I've been reading about it, going through courses, and really figuring out how to stay more productive. And for, I would say, probably a decade now. And it's been fantastic. So, how do you plan your week to stay productive and sane? And the key operative here is plan your week. And actually, I would say this is the missing piece and the one that so few people take the time to do. And the thing is that it's not enough to set goals at the beginning of the year. It's not enough to look at your progress once a month. It's not enough to have quarterly reviews. Having a weekly plan and review session, a session where you sit down, it can be 30 minutes, it can be an hour, but you don't need too much time to sit down, take a look at the week, what happened the past week, like what happened in the past 5 days, 7 days, whatever it is, things that work, things that didn't work, and then look at the week ahead. What we will be doing the next week. Open your calendar, and especially as you are starting your business, the thing is that chances are you might also have a full time job or some kind of a part time job. So, when we will have pockets of time to sit down and work on your business, it's really, really important that weekly planning, it's really important. It's the key, and it's that piece that allows you to connect what you do every single day with your bigger goals and bigger vision. And this is where, of course, caveat or assumption is that you already have that bigger vision and that bigger goal. That, like, for you to be able to plan your week to stay productive and sane, you need to have that big hairy audacious goal. You need to know what you're focusing on this month. Like, it's really important because productivity, it's not about doing more, it's about doing the right things. And again, especially when we're starting our businesses, like, we tend to do a lot of work that doesn't move the needle. And in the beginning, what we do and what we need is sales, sales, sales. We need to sell ourselves out of doing everything else as quickly as possible. We need to sell ourselves out of doing marketing, of doing sales even as soon as possible, so we can manage the business and we can lead the business. And it's really important when you're planning your week to make sure that you focus on things that move the needle. And this is why I really, really love breaking down your goals into ways that, okay, so this is where I want to be 3 years from now. So this is what it means that this is where I need to be 1 year from now. Then this is where what it means that this is where I need to be at the end of this quarter. This is where I need to be at the end of this month. And this can really allow you, when you sit down and plan your week, it can really allow you to see that, oh, this week I don't actually have to complete 100 things. If I can complete 20 things, and if I complete these 20 things, I'm on track to achieve my monthly goal, which means that I'm on track to achieve my quarterly goal, which means that I'm on track to achieve my annual goal, which means that I'm on track to achieve that big, hairy, audacious 3 year goal. So breaking it down this way, and I know sometimes it's really hard because we are conditioned to work 9 to 5, but when you really are able to plan your progress, your goals. And when you focus on what really matters and moves the needle, you can easily like work 5 hours today and that's it, because you know that this is what you needed to complete the day. And then you can exercise, you can go out for an early dinner with your family, you can go to the park, it wouldn't do something that's not related to the business. And this is one of the beauties of also like having your own business, running your own business, that the 9 to 5 notion is flawed in some ways. We don't have to. Now, some days you might actually need to work 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And again, the perks of being a business owner. But anyway, I don't want to go off topic. So, Joris, what else do you want to add?
Well, like I said, you're the expert, so you didn't leave much for me to add. You covered it very well. Very amazing uh, short coverage of what needs to be done. To me, it's like um, make sure you have your tasks listed, automate what you can, delegate what you can, execute the rest. Because one of the things that I've experienced when you start your day at 5 a.m. or 9 a.m., whenever you start with 20 tasks, by 10 a.m., if you have executed five of them, now you have 35 tasks because things pile up, things come out, see things, it's not like you have 20 and then you do the 20 and that's it. So you need to be ready for the amount of work that is being piled up. And like I said, the three things: automate, delegate, execute.
Very good point, which actually also reminds me, like, so as you're planning your week, try to put those working sessions where you need to work on different things for the business, try to put them in your calendar and block them and keep them sacred. And it's something where that's why some of the recommendations are doing things before the workday starts. If you can do something before 9 a.m., before the floodgates open and before fires start popping up, like this is amazing because you can achieve so much in an hour or hour and a half of focused work. You can achieve so much in that time. And I personally, like, I've been using those hour and a half sprints in a way. And it's amazing when I sit down and focus on, let's say, marketing. Like, so, and this is where you can batch your activities as well. And it's really, really helpful. Some of the clients that I work with, they also mention how much they love batching. So sit down and let's say you want to contact people from your network, let them know what's going on, what you're doing, ask them for introductions, referrals, things like this. Like, instead of contacting 5 people a day, you batch this and reach out once a week. Let's say on Monday, you reach out to 20 people or 25 people on Monday, and that's it. So definitely, when you look at your week, first of all, looking at your calendar and seeing what's there personally, like seeing the what's like what appointments you have, what things are going on. Like, school is starting here in Canada, and some of the northern states in US, school is starting, and in some of the other states it's already started. School is already in progress. So your kids are back to their activities, back to school. What does it mean for your schedule? Because ultimately, one of the things we want to help you achieve is, like, you're not creating a job for yourself. You're creating a business that fits in your life, not the other way around. That's why I'm saying that when you plan your week, you look at what's already there in terms of your appointments, in terms of things that are happening that are important for your personal life and for your health. And we've mentioned this before for ourselves. Like, one of the things that we do is we have our workout scheduled, and it's non-negotiable. Like, it's there in the calendar and no one can book it. Like, this is the time where we exercise. So what are these pieces of the puzzle of your life that are really, really important in terms of your health, of your family and loved ones? And then put the business in whatever is remaining. And for the important parts of the business, those important meetings, the important work that you need to do, make sure that you do it. Put it at a time where you know no one will disturb you. Put an out of office, do not disturb. Turn off your phone, because it's really, really important to move forward, stay focused and productive on the things that move the needle. This is it. This is it. And some of the things that come up throughout the day, or as you were mentioning, things that come up throughout the day, some of them are actually not really, like in the moment they might sound urgent, but they're not. Most of the time, these are things that you don't have to read that email immediately when someone sends it to you. You can respond to it an hour later. That's perfectly okay. So I know I've talked a lot, and I'm actually curious if there is anything else you want to add.
No, well, just to confirm what you said, I think half an hour of focused work is worth half a day of distracted work. And I remember, was it last week or the week before? You came to my desk, you left put something there, and you left. And then I hadn't even realized you had come and gone. And then later on, I asked you about something. You said, "Well, I put it on your desk." And I said, When did you put it on my desk? Uh, I've never even seen you." And you were so surprised I was so focused into what I was doing. I actually didn't even notice your coming. Sorry, I'm running out of battery. I need to plug in my laptop. Uh, so yeah, I mean, that kind of focus allows you to, number one, finish things faster. Number two, finish it, complete it properly, that you don't have to come back and revisit it, and reduces mistakes. So what this does, when you finish a task, you know it's finished, it's done. You will not have to, 2 days from now, come back and have three more tasks just to fix this mistake. So it's important to focus, important to shut everything down, shut down I think you mentioned this as well, and I shut down even your Outlook messages that pop up and say you have email. I hate those. I hate those things. Uh, mm, your email is part of our work, part of us collaborating, part of us receiving instructions, receiving opportunities even. But email is not part of our jobs. Email is just a tool. But unfortunately, we have become so addictive. I think this is the cortisol part of what cortisol does. It makes us uh, have to if I don't answer this email, I'm going to get fired. If I don't answer this email, I'm not going to get included. So it's our brains have been so badly damaged on our behaviors by technology, and how we have become such slaves where we can't even concentrate. We can't focus for half an hour without checking. And I find myself sometimes do that, and I just stop and forget it. But minimize Outlook and put it on a different screen so I don't see it. Having multiple screens really helps. Having your Outlook and not having the bar on the bottom, just push Outlook, push your email to the side. Don't answer email. You don't have to answer emails. If it's an emergency, they can call 911. That's it. That's the only emergency that you need to refer to, and you're not a paramedic or a police. So focus on what you do it best, and close that task once and for all.
And one of the things is, I think it was Tim Ferriss in the 4 Hour Work Week. One of the things he was saying that I'm not using this, and I don't know. At some point, I might. I don't know. Like you don't have to implement every single thing that people recommend. But one of the things that he recommended in the book, I think it was in that one. He was talking about putting like reviewing emails once or twice a day. Let's say like before lunch and before you leave. So ultimately, you have actually an autoresponder that goes out saying, I'm reviewing emails once a day or twice a day. I'll reach out once I review the email. If it's urgent, you know, whatever, you know my number, like call me or something like this. And the thing is that for other people like Darren Hardy, he even recommends like once you have, especially once you have a someone helping, like an office assistant or someone helping, that when you actually do this kind of focused work where you don't really want people to bother you, like the autoresponder can say, if it's urgent, contact this person, like my assistant, and then my assistant knows how to reach me in case of emergency or something like this. And again, as I said, most people, it's their like emails, for example, it's their priorities, it's their urgency. And most of us are in businesses that don't really require that urgent focus and urgent, like for us to be available 24/7 and things like this. Now, of course, like depending on your business, you need to be available for your clients, of course, and staying productive. Like we were sometimes we mentioned like plumbing business, right? Like if you're in plumbing business and someone contacts you because like they have a flooded basement or something like this, like yeah, of course, like you want to respond quickly and go do the work. But productivity there comes like when it is about doing that kind of work with client work. Like when it comes to being productive with client work, of course, productivity there comes a lot from your experience, from learning how to do things better, faster, more efficient. So, and it doesn't just apply to plumbing jobs. We as coaches and consultants as well, we also, like, as we work with clients, we also find ways that we find patterns, we find ways to do things more efficiently, and improve our own processes. And I guess this is a topic for another day. But what I would say as the highlight from today's conversation, plan your week in advance so you can really focus. And planning your week in advance actually can be like you can start with, what is the one thing, if I achieve this week, that it would be a successful week? What's the one thing? That's it. Like not two, not three. You can start with this. What's the one thing that I can achieve? If I achieve it this for the next 5 days, this is it. Everything else doesn't really matter. And make sure you put things in your calendar so you can achieve this thing. This is it. We get too overwhelmed with a lot of the small details that, again, it's not like they're not necessary, but whether you do them or not, like doesn't really matter in the moment right now, and even in the bigger picture. So again, focus on the things that matter. Plan your week and focus on the things that matter and move the needle. And when you're starting your business, it's sales, getting clients. This is what matters.
Very well put, Anna. Very well put. Beautiful session.
Oh, it is. And I love productivity, and that's why we are creating Plandor, which will be launched in a couple of weeks, actually. So uh, I want the wait list if you are interested so we can notify you for Plandor when it's ready. And then the other thing I wanted to mention is, if you have not planned your week yet, today, although it's Tuesday here in North America, like Canada and US, is the first working day of the week. So I highly encourage you, sit down for 30 minutes and plan your week. Figure out what's that one thing and go do it. And if you are really like someone who's struggling with productivity and wants more help, more insights into how to structure your day better, we did mention Empower 360 yesterday. I highly recommend the coaching program we have. We have limited spots, like we work with a few clients at a time, and because again, it's like our time, right? Like how many clients can we work with at the same time? So highly recommend, check it. I'll put this link as well. It's in the description as you're listening. It's in the description of the episode, so you can go and check it. And go plan your week. Go plan your week, and then go do the work. Planning is not enough unless you actually do what you plan. So planning is one part of the equation, but then doing the work
That's
is what
agreed.
matters. Yes, yes.
executing the plan also. You need to execute a plan. Yeah. A plan is just a piece of paper. It's a couple of words on a piece of paper if you don't execute.
Well,
right.
This is it for today. I know it's been a bit of a longer conversation, but I love this topic. And tomorrow we are coming back with a bit of a different technology. Ultimately, we're talking about technology tomorrow, Wednesday, and we'll be discussing avoiding tech overwhelm when your team resists change. So join us for another insightful conversation and go enjoy your Tuesday and come back tomorrow.
Thank you, Anna. Bye bye.
Thanks, Joris. Bye.